Find the missing side. Dean is a contractor building an access ramp into the hospital. Using the diagram below, determine the required length of the ramp. And so in order to solve this, we will need to know how to find the missing side. And we do this by finding the Pythagorean Theorem. And it only works on right angles, triangles. And the formula is a squared plus b squared is equal to c squared. And so in order to use this, it's important to understand how to label the sides of the right angle. And so the two lines attached to the right angle are labeled as A and B. And the longest line on the opposite side of the right angle is labeled C and is called the hypotenuse. And the last thing we need to know is in order to remove a squared symbol, take the square root of each side. So let us go back to our problem. So as we can see here, we have A, we have B, as this is attached to the right angle right here. Then we have C up here, which is the hypotenuse. And so the things we know is A and B. So let's write out our formula and let's go ahead and solve. So A squared is really 3 squared plus 36 squared, which is B, is equal to C squared. So what we know is 3 times 3 is 9. We'll get our calculator out and go 36 times 36, which is 1296. Which is equal to C squared. Then the next thing we're going to do is we're going to add these two together. $1305 is equal to C squared. And so, like we said before, in order to get what just C is, we will need to take the square root on both sides. So we will apply the square root symbol to both sides. Now the C squared is just equal to C, because C times C is C squared. Now we're going to go back to our calculator and we're going to just square root this, which gives us 36.12. So we are going to go ahead and write this right here. And then we know we're working with feet as it is told to us in the problem. The ramp needs to be 36.12 feet long. Example 2. Andrea is building an access ramp into the high school. Using the diagram below, determine the required length of available ground needed to build the ramp. And so, as we can see, we are no longer solving for the hypotenuse, but just one of the sides that is connected to the right angle. So let's remember our formula. And then we can fill things in. So we know a squared is 2 squared plus b is right here, so we don't know what b is equal to 24 squared. And then in order to do this, we would start multiplying out the exponents. So we have 2 times 2 is 4 plus b squared is equal to 24 times 24, which is equal to 576. And then what we want to do is we want to get the variable on one side. So we're going to minus 4 on both sides. And we are left with b squared is equal to 572. And then remember how we get just b is we take the square root on both sides. So we'll go minus 4, and we'll square equals that, square root, which equals 23.92. So b is equal to 23.92 feet.